Hi everyone, welcome to Umber Bride and Groom's 30 Days to Us, How to Plan a Wedding in 30 Days. Welcome to the live video series that we've been going live with every day since September the 5th. Welcome, my name is Denise and I'm here to talk to you today about how to find your wedding gown. Yesterday we talked a little bit about it in reference to determining what your body style or your body type is, and then we talked about what your dress type would be or style based on your body type, to kind of begin to search for what dress would best fit your body. So if you want more details on that, all the details in reference to that topic, which was yesterday, then you can look at our video from yesterday, which was day 12. So today is day 13. And we're here for our 13th topic on 30 Days to Us. And for those of you who don't recall, or those of you who are new, welcome to all the live viewers and welcome to all our replay viewers. Today's topic is a continuation of yesterday in reference to our 30 Day to Us live video series, how to plan a wedding in 30 days. And today we're navigating Aaliyah, our fictitious bride, on the path to finding that dress, not the perfect dress, but a dress that is the dream of her dreams and fits her body and her style. Okay? So, yesterday we talked about, again, her body type and determined that she was a perfect hourglass shape, so she could pretty much wear anything. Her style is modern chic bohemian. Okay, so it's like a boho chic style. All right, and we took a little quiz, which was kind of fun, to further determine where she should start her journey on searching for her dress. That dress that she's probably dreamt about, envisioned in her mind, but now the reality comes into play where she has to find it. She doesn't have much time. Okay, so she's beginning those steps in reference to looking at different bridal mags and Pinterest and blogs to try to find a dress that pretty much fits her style, and try to narrow down all the other noise, because there's just so many choices out there. So today we're going to talk about what other steps, hi Sean, thanks for joining, what other steps that Aaliyah needs to consider in order to find her dress for her wedding day. Okay, so you know how I am. I like to show and tell. So first we're going to, I like to show and tell. I like to talk a little bit first, and then I show you, so you can get more of a vision or visual of what I'm talking about. Okay, and learn a little bit. So first we'll just talk through some of the things that she should consider when she is going through her journey of trying to find that perfect dress. Well, I know we all say perfect dress, but just trying to find the dress that's made for Aaliyah. Okay, it's not made for her best friend or her maid of honor or her bridesmaid or her mother or her mother-in-law. The dress that's made for her. Okay, so in order to begin that journey, there's some other things that need to be considered as she searches for her dress, and we're going to go through a few of them, and then we'll actually show you some sampled gowns that she's been looking at that fit the boho style, the vintage chic style that she is drawn to. Okay, so it's kind of like a bohemian vintage. There's a lot of lace, very flowy, a lot of floral accents. Okay, just very loose and comfortable. That's the style that she's drawn to, and that's the style that, based on a couple of quizzes that she's gone that she's taken, has directed her in that path. So let's see what happens now when she starts her journey and starts looking at different um, magazines and looking online for that dress. She's going to start going to different shops, okay, to try on dresses based on what she's seen. Now, these are some of the things that you should consider when you're going to different shops to try on dresses. One thing is, don't schedule it too late in the day. Okay, when you go to different shops, or you're considering to go into shops to try on dresses, you'll have to make an appointment. There aren't any places where you can really walk in and get the attention and the help that you need from one of the consultants that are there. So always make an appointment. And if you make it late in the day, people are tired, it's crowded, there's a lot going on later in the day than there is with the early morning appointment. So if you can, try to make your appointment when it's on the weekend and you want others to go along with you other than during the week. Early appointments, like before noon, when the consultant is fresh, there are a lot less people in the shop, so you'll get more of their undivided and hopefully honest attention. Okay, so schedule your appointment later in the day. The other thing that you should consider is to think about, okay, remember when we were looking at body types and we were trying to figure out, okay, what's your body type? Is it pear shape? Is it straight up and down? Is it top heavy or bottom heavy? Okay, so we determined that Leah is she has an hourglass shape, so she can pretty much wear anything, and most things will look good on her. Most gowns or dresses will look great on her. But she needs to consider what type of dress she wants on the top half, whether she wants the sweetheart top or she wants the haltered top where it will wrap around her neck. Okay, so it'll accent her shoulders when it wraps around. Okay, so those are some of the things she should consider when she's looking for a dress. So she should not look just at the top half of the dress, okay, the cut above the waist. She should look at the entire dress, but make sure she focuses on the top as well as the bottom, or the hem, or the train of the dress. Okay, there are many parts to the dress, so pay attention to the top. Okay, because especially if you're top heavy, okay, have a lot of chest, then you don't want a dress that's going to show too much cleavage. Your special day is not a day where you're going to the club. Okay, there are sexy wedding gowns, okay, but if you're the type that doesn't want to show a lot of cleavage, then a sexy dress is not for you. If you don't want to show a lot of skin around the bodice, okay, in the waist area, or you don't want your back out and it's going all the way down your back, okay, then you don't want a sexy dress. All right, so think about all the different elements or parts of a dress when you're looking and trying them on. The next thing that she should consider is, when she shops, how are you going to keep track of all those gowns and dresses that you've tried on and what shop you've been in? Especially if you're the type, most women go shopping, they go to different stores, right? You go to a lot of different stores until you find what you want. So the same thing might be the case for a wedding dress. Hunting or looking for a wedding dress can be tiresome, so make sure you have a lot of energy. Make sure you've eaten for the day and that you have a lot of energy, because you are going to be tired. You're going to be frustrated because you're going to try on certain number of dresses and you won't like how it looks on your body, or it'll look great on your body but maybe you don't like it, it's not for you. So maybe after the fifth dress you're like, oh my god, I'll never find my dress. Okay, and the other consideration, if when you go to a bridal salon, you don't want to go by yourself. It's a lonely feeling, and I've seen and I've wondered, why do women go to salons alone? Now I know when you bring your entourage, your crew with you, you bring them because you want their honest and gut wrenching, you want their honest opinion about how you look in that dress and what dress or gown might be best for you. But for some women that go alone, hi Jazz, how are you? For some women that go alone, they say they go alone because they don't want all those opinions. So, they don't want that to cloud their mind. So then the other reason I think some people may go along is maybe they don't have family here. Their mother, their parent, their mother especially, is not in the same city. So I think it'd be pretty lonesome trip to go to a beauty salon, to a gown salon, wedding gown salon alone. Try to find someone to go with you so you can feel more festive and more in the moment, and it not be a place where you're feeling very emotional because you don't have anyone to share that moment with. Trying on dresses is a very emotional moment. It's another one of those things you cross off of your list of things to do and or experiences in life that you should remember and cherish, and you don't want it to be daunted because that special someone is not there. So if your mother is not in the city, or your immediate family like your sisters are not around to share the moment with you, bring a friend, a coworker, someone that you really you talk to or gel with at work. Bring someone from your church to help you in that moment until your family, your mother can be there with you. Okay? Just a tip to make that a better experience. All right, now, when you go to some beauty salons, you may not be able, because I was saying that you need to keep track of what you're doing and where you're going. You can, of course, write all these things down as far as the designer's name, the size of the dress, the type of dress, the color, whether it's sweetheart, halter, top, etc. But it's easier if you can just take a picture, right? Take a picture with your camera of the dresses that you try on, and then take a picture of the tag as far as the designer and the code and the price, so that you can eliminate that time it takes to write all this stuff down. One thing to note in reference to that is that some salons don't allow cameras. Not sure why. Maybe they don't want others copying their designs. I haven't figured that one out yet, but just to know, yes, you should bring your camera. It'll be an easy way for you to document each place that you've gone, what dresses were in that salon, the size, the designer's name, and the style code. Okay, and of course the price. But if you can't use your camera in that particular shop, then make sure you have someone that has come with you that is jotting down all the information so that they can relay it to you later. Okay? Next thing to consider is, so how many dresses should you try on? Personally, for me, I didn't find looking for a dress exciting to the point of wanting to try on 50 dresses. I became, okay, I need to make a decision after probably less than the 10th dress. I was like, okay, I've seen enough. It's time to make a decision. Okay, but so the answer to the question is depends on you. How many dresses you decide to try on. If you want to try on 20, 30, 50 dresses, then if you're, still gung-ho and you're positive and this is a great moment and experience about the whole thing, then yes, try on as many dresses as you would like to. But don't try on so many dresses that you forget what you tried on and you have no idea where you're at in your choice because you've tried on so many dresses and gone to so many shops. Because after a while, it's just like looking for a house. Everything starts looking alike. Everything starts looking the same, and you can't tell the 10th from the 15th from don't even talk about first dress. Okay? So, say that to say, that try on enough dresses to make a decision, but don't try on too many dresses to totally confuse yourself and you're like, I don't even remember any of the dresses I've tried on. I just remember the last two or three. Okay, so that should answer your questions on how many dresses should I try. All right, and then the next thing to consider, okay, is, all right, so should I bring my crew or not? I mentioned bringing your crew or your, your bestie, any, bringing those folks with you. Yes, you should bring people with you because I think it's an experience, a moment that you should share with those that are closest to you, your friends, family, whoever that special person just happens to be. But also, you don't want to bring a bunch of negative, too opinionated, okay? There's a way to tell someone, I don't think that's for you, then, or there's someone who's just being downright mean, negative, and I wish it was my day type person. Okay, I wish that were me and not you type person. So watch who you bring for that experience. Make sure it is you're surrounded by people who are truly looking out for your best interest and wanting you to get have a positive and happy experience. So watch your crew. It's okay to bring your folks with you. Don't bring too many. You don't want too many opinions because then again, that's going to cloud your thinking. But bring just enough so that you can have a a good amount of opinions on whether that dress is for you or not. The folks that you bring to your wedding gown consultant appointment should be those who know you well. They know your style. They know what looks good on you, and you trust their opinion. They're honest. I'm looking out for you, girl. Opinion. Okay, so that's something to consider in reference to whether you should bring your crew or not. Now, the other thing you need to make sure of on every appointment, even the first one, okay, is that, and you'll know more as you start trying on gowns, what to do in this respect. But make sure you bring the right bra, okay? After that first wedding consultant visit to the shop, you'll know which bra you probably will wear with the gown because maybe you will have decided, okay, I want a sweetheart cut. That means no sleeves. So you'll bring a bra and spandex, all of that you're going to wear to hold everything in. Okay? So whatever undergarments you're going to wear on your special day, make sure you wear that on the day that you're trying on wedding gowns so that you have an exact feel of how that dress is going to look on you on your day. So the right bra, the right spandex to hold everything in if you need to, if you want, or even if you're thin, just to have a smooth effect, okay, based on the gown that you choose. And also make sure you bring your heels. So whatever shoes you plan to wear, whether they're cowboy boots, I know some people like that cowboy look under the dress, okay, tennis shoes, whatever it is you plan to wear, those 3, 4, 5-inch heels, you need to bring, even if you haven't chosen the shoe, if you have an idea that you're going to use one of the shoes I just mentioned, bring something like that shoe so you have a feel of how that gown is going to look with those shoes on. Okay, so you should have your bag of goodies, your wedding dress toolkit that you take with you every time you go into a shop to try on gowns, so that you know how that dress will look. And then you'll know also if you wear the right shoes, if they're heels, you'll know whether you need to hem that gown or not if you decide on it. Okay? So just a few tips on what to bring with you on your wedding dress trips. And then I think I want to go over maybe one other thing. Okay, just one last tip is that realize that just like when you go and you purchase evening dresses, you know how you typically have to get one size up? Wedding gowns are pretty much the same, but your wedding gown, depending on the designer and the style of the dress, can be 2 to 3 times bigger or larger than your size. Okay, so if you're a size 7, you might be in a size 12 dress. All right, um, or higher depending on the style of the dress. If you're a size 10, you might be in a 14 or a 16. All right, and so don't be alarmed. You haven't gained any weight. It's just that wedding gowns and dresses run larger. Okay, they run larger. Hi Vera, how are you? They run larger than your regular clothes. And that's just how it is. So don't be alarmed about, oh my God, I feel like a whale because of the, how heavy the dress is or all the extra material. Just make sure you set that expectation for yourself, and you won't be alarmed about, and you won't be frustrated because, oh my God, this looks terrible. I feel like like I weigh 200 pounds because of this huge dress on me. So it has nothing to do with your weight. It has all to do with just how these dresses are designed and made based on the material and who the designer is. Okay? Now that we talked a little bit about how to prepare yourself and what to expect when you go to start trying on your wedding gown, let me give you an idea of what type of gowns Aaliyah likes. So I'm going to remember she's boho chic, little vintage, and there are a couple of designers that fit her style, such as Yolin Chris and Claire Pettibone. Okay, Claire Pettibone. They're very big on the vintage, modern chic bride. So let me switch so you can see what that looks like. All right. So this is Yolin Chris. Yolin Chris. This is the vintage style dresses. This is what Aaliyah likes. All right, and this is and a lot of the dresses you'll see are, let me get rid of that. Okay, a lot of the dresses you'll see have a lot of lace. Now, Yolin Chris, a lot of his dresses are fitting with the lace. Oh, this is cute. Go back to that. It had a lot of cross cuts in it here. And then there's a little skin showing. So if that's not you, if you don't like you don't want skin showing, you don't want the cutouts that are like right there, then this dress wouldn't be for you. You see all of these? Now his style, he uses a lot of lace. Now look at this, very revealing. It's like having a mini dress, mini skirt on. You see how high that is? And it's showing a lot of skin, a lot of thigh right there, and even a little skin there in the waist area. So if that's not your style, you don't want to show a lot of skin, then this wouldn't be for you. But this is the style of bohemian type dresses. Now let me show you a little bit of what. Now this is cute. It has a little jacket. It does show a little skin at the waist, but it covers a little bit more. It has a little jacket, looks like a sweater. So let me show you the style of dresses based on the designer Claire Pettibone. I really love her. Okay, so here's Claire Pettibone. I love this veil. Well, we're not talking about veils. But her style is more flowy. There is a lot of lace, but it's flowy. Okay, it's not touching the skin. It's not tight fitting. Very flowy. These would be good these are good for outdoor, which is what type of wedding Aaliyah and Michael are having, and they're very good for beach weddings. All right, and let's see. And then we have, oh, that's the Adelaide gown. We're gonna go back and look at some of the others. Yeah, see, going right back to the lace. There's a lot of lace, but hers are flowy. Now this is a little sheer too. So a lot of the gowns these days are very showy, show a lot of skin, but but of course there are other choices if that's not you, if you're not that type of bride. Okay, and that's the romantic dress. All right, so just wanted to give you an idea. Here's some others, and this is still Claire Pettibone. She has a lot of dresses that are, all these are white, but she does have a lot of dresses where she uses color, okay, instead of white, off-white tones. Okay, so that's all we have for today. Just wanted to go over what to expect and how to prepare as you journey through your wedding gown search based on already knowing what your body type is and what your style is. Then you take the journey further and just start looking at dresses in different magazines, Pinterest, blogs, things like that. And then you start, when you get to that point, you decide, okay, this is the type of dress that I'm looking for, and start making those appointments to different shops in your area. Okay, but at least you have an idea, a better idea of what you're looking for when you've done a little research. And we talked about what to prepare, what to bring, your wedding dress toolkit. Okay, make sure you bring the right bra, the undergarments if you're wearing spandex, okay, and high-heeled shoes, the shoes that you think you might wear on your special day. That'll help you get an idea if you need to get a gown hemmed or not, based on the type of shoes that you plan to wear. Okay, and that's all we have for today. So I thank you for joining us for 30 Days to Us. Days to Us. I thank you for joining, and I will see you tomorrow with our next topic. Our next few topics for the next few days will be how to book all the rest of the vendors that they need, such as the photographer, the videographer, and the caterer, and all those other folks, florists, all those other elements that are part of a wedding that are essential to making their day a special day. So have a good rest of the evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow at 7. Bye.